P.S. We're going to be saying a lot of stuff like vagina. If that makes you uncomfortable, I'm not your girl. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiff. Today we're going to be talking about some menstrual cups. So let's get started. Firstly, I just want to say that it's completely fine if you choose to not use a menstrual cup. Everyone's body is different. Everyone's experiences are different. This is just a video to help talk about my personal experience with menstrual cups and what I would tell to someone maybe who's my friend or family member if they were interested in using it. I personally have had great experiences with using a menstrual cup, and I am here to talk about both the positive and the negatives of using one. If you are someone who's queasy about blood or anything like that and you choose to not use one for that reason, there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. Not everyone needs to be perfect. I feel like it's our duty as humans to be conscious about waste and about trying to help preserve our home. You know, planet Earth is our home. You don't want a stranger to walk into your home, your house, your apartment, your condo, wherever you live, and just start trashing it. And if you think about it like that, you know, your home wouldn't be here without your true home with this, which is the planet. So I want to be conscious, and I want everyone else to try and just be conscious about producing less waste, things that are more sustainable. And, you know, you can start small, like something with a menstrual cup, because tampons and pads are quite wasteful. And if it's something that I can just get one person to persuade to start using, and if they like it, then great, they can continue to use it. But if you're someone who's tried it and you didn't like it, or if you're really queasy about blood, then that's fine too. There's nothing to feel bad about here. You can just try and be less wasteful and more sustainable in other ways. So I purchased my menstrual cup off of Amazon. It's the Lunette cup. I think I got the first model, which is the smaller size, because my period isn't too heavy. It's only pretty heavy on my second day. After that, it's a breeze in the park. And I'm fortunate enough to kind of know whenever my period is about to come. I only cramp on the first day I start my period. I don't cramp before that. I don't cramp after that. It's only on day one. And the second I feel a cramp in my body, I know I've started my period. So it's kind of like a nice little warning sign. Hey, you might want to go to the bathroom and check your stuff out down there because I think you got some blood. And after that, it's just, I have a pretty easygoing period. I'm sorry if you hate me. I'm very lucky. I know I'm fortunate for it. But the Lunette cup I chose because I took a test online. There are a couple tests online that you can go to and actually see what type of cup would be best for your body in terms of sizing, because yes, there are different sizes to the cups and different lengths to the cups as well, something I had no clue about. I had to actually measure myself and to see what size cup would be best for my body. And yes, you will have to get comfortable too. So do it in an area that, you know, is private, that you can, you know, touch yourself a little bit and get sized for the cup. Now, my cup on Lunette that I purchased off of Amazon was about $26. With tax and stuff, it was close to like $30. That's a little bit expensive, but you have to keep in mind this is going to last you a very long time. Also, whenever you first get the cup, you're going to look at it and be like, it's really that big? And I can see all the sexual jokes about to come in from that comment. But yeah, the menstrual cup is pretty large in my opinion, or maybe it was to me. I was kind of scared to use it because I was like, how is this gonna, how am I gonna do this? I don't know what to do. But the directions are pretty simple and it takes a lot of practice. So I recommend practicing inserting and taking out this cup before you start your period, so that when the day of your period comes, you're not having difficulty with blood and everything. You're not gonna feel, you know, intimidated or rushed to get it perfect the first time. Hey guys, so I was just editing the video and I thought to myself, what not better than to, yeah, okay, I can't talk, sorry. And I thought I'd show you what I do to insert the cup and the different types of folds you can do to help with the application process of inserting a menstrual cup. So I have my cup right here. It's been cleaned, it's just chilling in its little pouch. And I've washed my hands because I don't like to touch the cup whenever I have dirty hands for obvious health concerns. And here's my little cup. Say hi, cup. Hi, cup. Say hi, YouTube viewers. Yeah. Okay, so there are three different ways that I know of that how you can insert a menstrual cup. The first way is the way I always do it, just because it's the easiest in my opinion. It's called the C fold. I technically call it the taco fold because it looks like a little taco like this. Maybe I'm just a fat ass, I don't know. But it is technically called the C fold for obvious reasons. It makes a C. So you just flatten the cup, and then you'll split it in the middle and then pinch the two ends together, and it makes a nice little C shape, or in my opinion, a taco shape. And then once you insert it inside of your vagina, you'll just release the tension. It opens right up, and hopefully you'll create that suction. Another fold, I don't know the name of this fold, but I kind of think it looks like a rose or like a tulip, like some type of flower shape to me. So I always just call it the rose fold. You're just going to pinch one side of the cup down and then create a tension like that with your two fingers. And see, it kind of looks like a little tulip or something up top. That's another fold that you can do. And then once you insert it, you can release the tension. You see it pops right open. So again, I'll show you. You just pinch in one side down, and then you'll create that tension with your opposite hand. And once you release, it opens right up. So it's that one. I tried that one a couple of times. It works fine. I just like the C fold because it's so easy. I can even do like the C fold with one hand, and it's just so simple. And then last one is called the sevenfold, I think, like Avenged Sevenfold. Once again, you're going to flatten the cup, and then you'll just take one side and you'll kind of just like that. Yeah. So you'll flatten the cup, you'll take one end, and then you'll kind of drag the point of that end to the opposite side of the cup. And that's called the sevenfold. I've never done it before, but it is an option if you want to try it out. When it comes to application of the cup, what I like to do, I'll just put it into its fold. And then what I like to do is I will have everything well lubricated, of course, with water. And I will insert the cup about halfway into my vagina, and then I'll open it up. I used to, when I first started, I tried to get as much of the cup inside as possible before opening up. The one problem I had with doing that is that it didn't create a suction. I guess maybe because there's not a lot of air up there, it would hardly ever open up immediately once I released the tension when the entire cup was inside. So now I just go about halfway inside to where it's at a comfortable position, and then I'll release the tension, and I'll kind of rotate it a little bit, clockwise and counterclockwise, and then the suction usually just happens there, and then I'll kind of like, shimmy its way on up to the desired spot. That's the best way, in my opinion, for me. But you can experiment however you want. So yeah, those are the ways that you can fold the cup to help you, and how I apply my menstrual cup. Bada bing, bada boom. Woo! Okay, back to watching the video. One thing that helped me when I first started is I kind of got in like that little Captain Morgan pose. You really want a lot of room the first time you're using it, because you just are kind of uncomfortable. You don't know what to do. It's like using a tampon for the first time in your life. You remember when you were like 13, 14, you had to use a tampon, and you're like, what the heck is this? I don't know what I'm doing. It was kind of like that. You want to make sure that the cup opens up and seals inside of your body, or to create that seal inside of your body, because you can spot bleed a lot if it's not perfectly opened up. I can't tell you how many times I've messed up with opening the seal after inserting the menstrual cup, and I would just be spot bleeding all the time. It was really trial and error. It wasn't until about my 4th or 5th month where I got truly comfortable with changing a menstrual cup. The first few months, I would be in the bathroom on average like 5 to 10 minutes. I would feel like I have to take like everything off just to change the cup. Now I can insert it normally like I would with a tampon or something at less than 5 minutes. And it's weird at first, but once it was inserted, it it's a yes and a no. It was comfortable. It wasn't as uncomfortable as the first time using a tampon was, because that was uncomfortable. It was noticing, I noticed when I first used the cup that it was pressing against my bladder, I think, because I instantly wanted to pee again. So that's something to notice, and that was one of the negatives when I first started using a menstrual cup. I had to kind of pee a lot more because it was pressing against my bladder. However, after a couple of months of using the menstrual cup, I don't notice that anymore. I do have to initially pee after I insert the cup, but once I'm standing up, walking around, moving around, I don't notice the cup inside at all. Some people with the little tail, the string that's attached to it, some people, their cervix isn't as long, so the tail will kind of hang out a little bit. Some people cut off the tail. I don't, I leave mine in. I think my cup was perfectly fit for my body. Fortunately, I got lucky my first time.